So this is going to be a brief review. Tonight was the first night in TCM's Condemned series, where they're showing films that were condemned by the Catholic Legion of Decency. Um, and it's hosted by a nun who's also a film critic, which I just think is awesome. So I had seen several of the films they were showing, but I had not seen the first film they showed, which was the story of the story of Temple Drake, which is directed by Stephen Roberts, from a screenplay based on a novel by William Faulkner and starring the one, the only Miriam Hopkins. Apparently, they remade this film in the 60s with Lee Remick. I love Lee Remick. So, Miriam Hopkins is Temple Drake. She is a Southern Belle socialite who is a little flirty, but she has her main beau, but she doesn't really want to marry him because she's been slut-shamed her whole life, and so she doesn't feel that she's worthy. That's all subtext, but that's basically really obvious. So she goes with one of her many man friends to go get some alcohol from some bootleggers, because this is 1933, so alcohol is still illegal. They get into a car accident. She winds up in this crazy backwoods bootlegging mansion, like rundown mansion, with lecherous men and one particularly terrible man named Trigger, played by Jack LaRue. The main crux comes when he rapes her, but not before murdering someone who tried to protect her. And then the rest of the film is sort of the aftermath of that. They don't 100% show the rape, but it's like one of the more brutal depictions of it in early film, I think, that I've seen. Hopkins is great as in both the wild phase and the post sexual trauma phase, where she's really a broken woman, and then the phase after that where she feels destroyed, basically. This is a morality tale, and I think it doesn't really judge Miriam's character too much. I feel like, I mean, in a sense, she gets punished for being like the wild girl that she was, but post that, she's not. No one ever goes, "You deserved that." Like, so I'm not 100% sure if the movie is condemning her completely, or if it's saying, even if you're a horrible loose woman, you don't deserve that. It's sort of up to your interpretation of what the film's trying to say. It had some beautiful uses of close-ups, mostly of Jack LaRue being totally fucking terrifying, and then Miriam Hopkins being terrified. And a great section where there's a horrible storm, and they're walking towards this mansion, and they're showing the mansion all creepy, and then they're showing them, and then the mansion and them, and that whole sequence was really beautifully shot. The cinematographer was called Carl Strauss. He shot Sunrise and The Great Dictator and Limelight. So he's one of the great dictators. Wow. Great cinematographers. Great Dictator. Okay. He shot Journey into Fear with Joe Cotton. So this was a good film. It's from 1933. Again, it's directed by Stephen Roberts. It's called The Story of Temple Drake, and it was part of TCM's Condemned series. Apparently, they showed it at the film festival in 2011, which is the first year I went to the film festival, but I did not see this film. That was a year where I watched mostly films that I had seen before, but never on the big screen. I was sort of getting my feet wet. Looking forward to this festival this year. I'm looking forward to watching on the last day of this Condemned series. They're going to show The Moon is Blue, which is one of my all-time favorite movies. And if you don't watch anything else, make sure you watch The Moon is Blue. That movie is so good. So good. So again, this was Stephen Roberts, 1933, Miriam Hopkins, Story of Temple Drake.